Hello everybody and welcome back to some more Stargrinding with Remblob. Episode 18, I think? We finally reached my age. Which is a thing, I guess. But I actually have a lot to I have a lot to talk about this weekend actually. Because this weekend was pretty eventful. You know what? It says right here in the top right corner, it says 1 to 10 of 24294. Let's go 242. Okay, 30-minute episode incoming. I have a lot to talk about, dude. The one time I actually have a lot to talk about. Oh man, maybe I'll do like a double 2 pages or something, but then that would be too long. Yeah, goddamn, the one time. Like, I have enough to talk about for like a nice like hour episode, but I just get like levels that I can do first try. This is insane. Maybe I just save it for next time and just do like the Stargrinding world record any percent, you know. But I had a good weekend. A lot of stuff happened. My grandpa from Las Vegas came over. Stayed at our house for a while. It was chill. For not the most happy reason in the world, but it was nice to see him. I didn't mention this when it happened last year because like didn't really feel the need to talk about it, but since like I don't have to, but like, and it's once I tell you, like it's not for the I don't know. It's kind of hard to. Last year, I'm just get this out of the way. I'm just gonna like put it out there. Last year, my grandma died, so my grandma on my dad's side, she passed away, cause like this whole past the past like few years she's had a lot of like heart problems and just complications. She's had a lot of like surgeries, and like last July she unfortunately passed away, and so my grandpa came over to bury her, not bury her here, put her in like a little like a thing. It was like an internment. Not exactly bury her, but like, you know what I mean. Like put her to rest, I guess. But yeah, I mean, like the reason why I've not, I didn't really want to get into this, but like I guess I could have just said like my grandpa came over for a little bit and we had fun, but like the real reason why I didn't really want to talk about this is because I don't want to sound like a psychopath. because like, you know, if you have relatives that you're pretty closely related to, but also you don't live very close to them, so you don't really see them often. Like I visited Vegas before. I visited Vegas before, and like we've seen them before. They're nice people. I like them, and but like you don't, if you don't see someone very often, maybe it's just me, but maybe it's just me like actually just being a psychopath. But like I was sad, but I'm not. Uh, Everything I say, like if, again, I should just like say it, and then explain later. I'm not I wasn't that torn up about it, which sounds like psychopathic, but like it sounds psychopathic, which is why I didn't really want to talk about it, but here I am, I guess. Like I'm fine. You know, I should just say I should have just said like I'm fine. I'm not too sad over it. I mean, like I feel like you get what I mean, but like just me saying that like I didn't feel too sad about it, that just makes me feel like I'm like a psychopath. It's not that I didn't care. Obviously, I was like a little sad for like my dad and like my grandpa, of course. But like they're doing okay. It was nice to see him again, as we had, of course, like because of COVID, we haven't been able to travel that much. And I saw him for the first time in a while. He's pretty chill. I mean, I don't know them that well because we don't go to Vegas very often, but like I like them. I enjoyed spending time with him and like going out and doing stuff. But yeah, we put my grandma's ashes and at a memorial like grounds. It was like a little final like goodbye, I guess, moment for us. But yeah, it was nice spending time with my grandpa. We went out to eat a lot. We had some nice food. And like it, I didn't really talk to him that much. And like also because like my grandparents on my dad's side are from the Philippines, so they speak English and I can understand them, but it's you know, it's like kind of cultural barriers. I like every time I open my mouth, I just feel really bad about being like an asshole. I don't know. But I liked spending time with him. We went out to eat like nice places. We got some nice Hawaiian food. And just seeing my dad like talk to my grandpa was it just have like conversations with him. It's like it's kind of wholesome too. I don't know. It's like it's always like tough when relative passes away, because like I'm getting at that age, right, where it's like the older people in my life are starting to get older, so it's like you got to think about death a lot more. Like my grandparents my grandparents on my mom's side, which I'm very close with, and like because they actually live here, and they actually live like right across the street from us, so you know. Dude, why? It's tough, you know? But you know, I try not to think about it too much, which maybe is the wrong approach, but I don't want to get sad thinking about them dying when they're still alive, you know what I mean? I'll be sad when they eventually, the day comes, but yeah, death is always such a hard topic to talk about, because there's so many emotions, and like, especially if you don't feel as strongly as you know what, it's this is gonna sound like a joke. It's gonna sound like a Joker society, but it's like when you don't feel the things as strongly that society does. It's like it kind of makes you feel like a psychopath a little bit. I know I'm not, but you can't really help feeling that way, you know. It's hard. It's hard. I like a perfect. This is a perfect like example, you know, like of how difficult like death is to like just have exist. So we put my grandma's ashes in like I get it's kind of like a bad word to describe it with, but I can't really describe it as anything else. It's kind of like a locker thing. It was a nice place. It was like there's a tree and with like nice flowers, and we put flowers by in her like little cubby with all their like belongings and jewelry and such. It was nice, but the thing that is like we took pictures, and like we all took a picture, like gathered around her and stuff, and it's like do I smile here? Like I just looked at like what my parents were doing, but it was like do I smile here? Do I look like somber here? Like what? I don't get what I'm supposed to do here, you know what I mean? And I guess you are supposed to smile because you're like remembering her and like that stuff, but it's just it's like the world's hardest subject to navigate, which is why I'm kind of running out of stuff to talk about now, because I'm just not sure at all what to say, you know what I mean? Like, is it weird of me to have the saddest I felt about someone in my family dying was my cat? Not the one that I have now. Don't worry, she's fine. But like when I was like 6, our old cat died, and I was like the saddest I've ever been. It turns into like, what am I supposed to feel, and why don't I feel this way if you don't feel this way? It's just all a real mess of emotions that no one knows how to navigate, for a good reason, of course, but it's just tough. It's tough. But moving past that, and this is gonna make me sound like more of a psychopath actually, but the reason why I was able to do my 24-hour stream was because my parents were away in Vegas for my grandma's funeral. And the 24-hour stream is like my favorite stream ever. And I know it's like yours too, so I'm like, I might make you feel bad too, which is not something that I want to do, but just adding like further context. I want to say like don't feel bad, but like someone died. Like it's just, it's so hard. It's so hard to just talk about it. You know what I mean? If I had, and it's almost, this is kind of fucked up, because it's like, if I had been more sad about it and like all that, then I feel like it would still be hard to talk about, but for a different reason. You know what I mean? And it would be more quote unquote acceptable. You know what? It's okay, but you know, to move past that. We had a good time. We had a good time hanging out with him, with my grandpa, and it was nice. It was nice just having someone else living in our house. It was nice. It was a nice little something different. It wasn't because of the best circumstances ever, but it was nice. Like seeing him like interact with our family, and like he's doing fine. Like he was able to like laugh and joke around, which is nice, but and like he was able to have a good time. And we will visit him again in July. In like mid-July. Partly to go to Vegas and partly to visit my future college that I'm gonna go to. That'll be fun, but for now, it's just him visiting us. It's probably gonna be like a little surreal and like sad to visit him in his house when grandma's no longer here, but you know, we'll have a good time, I'm sure. But we had some. I ate really unhealthy because we just went to restaurants and got like. Why did I do that? We went out to eat like all the time, so we had like I had like Popeye's chicken for a while, and we had like Hawaiian food, and then we went to a restaurant. I got pancakes for dinner. Like, I probably put on a few pounds if I had to guess. We didn't do anything super special, but it was nice. That's obviously why I couldn't. I told you, but that's why I couldn't like record or do anything. That's why the Terraria episode that was just out, as of recording this on Monday, that's why the Terraria episode was late, because I couldn't find time to like sit down and record, and I felt a little awkward thinking that my grandpa might hear me or something also, so yeah, that's why I'm a little late on the Terraria episode. But I'm back on schedule now, I think. So hopefully I can just keep grinding, I guess. I guess it is grinding for Terraria, but and I guess I'm literally grinding right here. That's kind of what this series is called, but also, this is completely unrelated, but I was watching a podcast and one of the people on the podcast was like, I only, oh my god, dude, I only really watch YouTube in oh man, dude, stop giving me heart attacks, dude. One of the people was like, I only really watch YouTube in like 1.5 times speed now. And you know, like I tried that. It's actually like pretty helpful for catching up to stuff. Like follow a lot of podcasts, like long form content. Like my favorite YouTube channel currently, Northern Lion, puts out like 3 hours of content every day between like several videos, so it's actually been really helpful. But I don't watch like edited stuff on faster speed. I know, like, of course I watch Hollow Live a lot, so those are like unedited stream VODs, so that also helps. Like one of the VTubers, this sounds so like loser kind of stuff, but my one of the I'm just gonna call them streamers, man. One of the one of the streamers I watched had like their birthday stream, and it's like 4 hours long. So, and I did the math by watching it in 1.5 times speed. I can get through what would be a 4-hour video in like I forget. What's 960 divided by 5? That is 130. It's not 100. 960 divided by 5 is 190. 190. Fuck. Come on. Come on, brain. 194 minutes. Which is like 1 hour and 18 minutes or something, I think. So it's pretty helpful for saving time and also not and being able to like have extra time to record or play this game. And which, speaking of playing this game, I beat Gumshot as the second hardest demon, which is pretty crazy. I feel like I learned something with that completion, like while I was playing it, I knew it was like really hard or whatever, but I was also like, I just want to beat this level. Like I didn't treat it like it was a hard level. I was just like, I kind of want to just beat this and learn it, and like it's kind of hard or whatever, but I'm gonna just beat this. And like it was nice. I got unlucky, but it was nice still to just be able to sit down and beat something. Maybe that's something that I should employ in the future. And the way I learned it was also pretty different. I don't know. It's probably not efficient at all, but the way I learned it is by going from like start to end. Like I would learn like 30% of the level, and then after I learned like 30%, I would get 30% in normal mode, and then after that I would go back into practice and learn up to like 50, and then once I learn up to 50, then I get 50 in normal mode. I don't know if that was the most efficient way of learning it, but I did enjoy learning it that way, so I was able to beat it like that, so I don't know if I should like learn an extreme that way or something, but maybe. I don't know. I'm currently trying to maybe do Accu soon, actually, because because I've been playing like hard levels and such, Yeah, I've gotten. I think I could beat Aki soon, actually. But you know, every time you say that, it's like, ugh, you know. Every time I say that, you know, I could beat this soon, I never do. So I'm not gonna promise anything, but it's it's a possibility. But since this episode's over, I actually still have a lot more to talk about. But I beat every level, so so you know what I'm gonna do? This is kind of fun. Immediately after I end this episode, I'm gonna just start recording another one. So if you're watching this episode right now, then if you have time, of course, if it's like 2 a.m., you should go to sleep. But if you have time after this episode, you could immediately go to the next episode, assuming that you watch this episode when the next episode comes out on Wednesday. But like immediately after you finish this, watch the next one. So, and if it's not out yet, wait for Wednesday. But I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, and evening. I have been Remblob, and I will see you in the next one.